Welcome back to News Geelong as we sit comfortably on the seawall down here at the Royal Geelong Yacht Club. A little quieter and gives us time and space to talk to the Commodore of the Royal Geelong Yacht Club, Mr. Graham Ritchie. How are you, my friend?
A lot better now. The fleet got away to a clean start in Melbourne. Most of the fleet are in. Because of the westerly wind, we're finishing them outside Point Henry and they're motoring in. We're getting them moored as we speak. Everything's working to plan. All's good.
Graham, 440 boats. It's an absolute. When we've been talking to people walking around the promenade, particularly a couple of our international and interstate visitors, they just can't believe that we've got so many boats coming to Geelong for Scandia Geelong Week.
Well, we've actually got 474 boats, a new record, and in the times of economic change, we're really, really pleased because a number of people are making decisions about what regatta, not all of the regattas, which one they'll choose, and they're choosing us. So we're absolutely rapt that they've made a conscious decision on where the place they've come to, where other regattas may be dropping off, and as I say, people can't do all the regattas. So we're very, very pleased that our record fleet again, we've been able to do that, and the people have chosen to come to Geelong. It's great.
And yourself, and particularly John Kent, has done a magnificent job on behalf of a lot of people associated with the Royal Geelong Yacht Club in organising this Scandia Geelong Week.
Well, John Kent, our rear Commodore, is in fact the regatta chairman, so it's been mainly his role. He has chosen to sail today, and I'll have to have a little word to him about that at some stage. But yeah, no, he's sailed down on his boat Bundaberg, and it's really his organisation that's gotten us here. I'm the figurehead, so to speak, but as I say, John's been the arms and legs, and the committees behind him. Our rear Commodore, Andrew Nilsson, Club Captain Kim Murphy, of course our manager Scott, and the whole team that support that executive group.
Yeah, old Murph the Surf, he's been going around for a while.
Yes, he has. He's still there. You still know when he's around.
If you can't see him, you can certainly hear him, viewers. Now, let me say, it's not all about the big boys, is it? Because we've got for instance, the Learn to Sail.
Yeah, we've got Come Try Sailing. We've got Yachting Victoria here to help us run that. And we're putting kids who haven't had the opportunity to date to get out into a boat, we're putting them out on a boat with experienced people to give them the experience of getting out and try sailing. That's what the program's all about. It's a wonderful program that we've been running.
And a new innovation this year is something we saw at the launch of Scandia Geelong Week up at the Docklands, was a special, well, high-flying unit. You can explain it in better technical terms, Graham.
We're very fortunate in this year we've got the International Moths. The Moth is a development class that has had some huge innovations in the last couple of years. An Australian guy has designed a moth that actually lifts up out of the water. So if you can imagine the wing keel on Australia 2 on a dinghy with a control that dictates how far out of the water it lifts. This boat literally comes up out of the water, and the bottom of the hull would be probably 2 or 3 feet clear of the water. All that's in the water is the centreboard and the rudder. It actually sits up high out of the water. The chap who designed it, Rowan Veal, is down around this weekend. He won something like 6 or 8 world championships in this design. He has totally revolutionised the Moths, and there are other classes now looking at doing the same sort of technology on their boats. It is just stunning to watch these boats. They can get up to 25, 28 knots, and that's very, very quick for a yacht.
And we find that it's both genders, and the thing that makes it so attractive is what I'd call it's so exhilarating, but also reasonably inexpensive.
Yes, the new standard Moth, I believe, out of the box was something like $13,000. The race model, which is a little lighter, is about 20, but to do something like that straight out of the box is astounding. And just the technology in these boats, the hull, I believe, weighs 8 kilos. You can carry it on onboard luggage on a plane, 8 kilos.
That's about the weight of my 2 buttocks. Graham,
I'm not going there. That's,
no. Now, it's not all on the water because the Royal Geelong Yacht Club and all along the waterfront here at Geelong, entertainment plus all over the weekend.
Yes, we've got a large number of bands. I walked up before up to the communication centre, and the police band Code 1 were up there, and they had a huge crowd in front of them. It was just wonderful. We've got bands and entertainment happening all the time. It's wonderful. There's something for everybody if they come for a walk along the waterfront. There's something they can see and participate in.
And this, I understand, is your, shall we say, swan song as Commodore, your last act as Commodore of the Scandia Geelong Week.
Well, certainly of Geelong Week. I go through until about August, but then I become the feather duster, so I can actually probably get sailing again then. So that'll be great. But it's been a wonderful time for me. The club, I think, has moved forward in a number of great directions. It's been well worthwhile, and as I say, it's a volunteer position, obviously, but you've got to put your bid in.
So be able to get your bum on a Bundaberg, your own particular yacht.
Yes, with a bit of luck. That Bundaberg's actually John's. My boat's called Blade Runner. But,
Blade Runner?
Blade Runner's just about grown to the bottom, I think, but she hasn't been out of the pen for that long. But we might get the boat back out in the water and start to do a few races, but it's all good fun.
On behalf of Geelong and all that attend Geelong Scandia Week, we say thank you very much to Graham Ritchie and John Kent and all involved at the Royal Geelong Yacht Club. A lot of volunteers putting a lot of time.
Oh yes, we've got over 130 volunteers. We're now to the stage where we very carefully roster them so that we don't overstress anybody. We've got a separate facility where they can go and chill out. Obviously cold drinks, water, coffee. We try to look after them. They are our greatest commodity.
And I can definitely second that motion, ladies and gentlemen. A wonderful job done by the Royal Geelong Yacht Club, all its volunteers, and it's certainly been a kickstart to another great Scandia Geelong Week down here at the Royal Geelong Yacht Club and on the whole foreshore along our wonderful city of Geelong. And remember, News Geelong is for Geelong people, by Geelong people and about Geelong people. Coming up next week, we will have another series in our coverage exclusive of Geelong Scandia Week. So until then, Rollo's saying bye for now.